Sharon, and this is my very first video. Welcome! I was searching for videos to help me improve my writing for my current work in progress, and it turns out I was overthinking a lot. But I stumbled into a whole community full of a lot of helpful videos, and I decided I would like to be here too. My current work in progress is a supernatural fantasy that is set in a dystopian future. I would also really love to write horror or thriller. I also have a blog that is about lucid dreaming. I am starting to evolve this into, instead of being information about lucid dreaming, short stories about dreams that morph into lucid dreams. I don't know who can do that. My preferred point of view currently is third person limited. My current genre is adult, though I do have an idea in mind for a children's series. I'm not sure what it means by writing tense. Does it mean the time in which I'm writing? If I'm writing things that are set in the present or the future? All of it. Moving on. This is an interesting question, and while I wouldn't like to put a label on myself, personally, I find it very difficult to follow a plot because the story usually takes me and says, hey, let's go this way for a little while. And I usually end up finding my story while I write. I guess this would make me a planter according to this question because I'm not following a straight plot. I am currently yet to be published. I do plan on self-publishing. After watching very many videos and doing my own researching on the publishing process, I've decided to self-publish because regardless of which avenue I choose, I'm going to have to do the marketing and selling mostly by myself. So I figure why not actually get a boost in royalties by doing it all myself. I plan on doing some vlog style videos as well as some how-to style videos, things that I've picked up on my learning journey, things that I've figured out while I've been writing my first book. I also plan on some tips and tricks about spreadsheets, money management, word counts, goal tracking, and tracking your progress on your work in progress. See, I was stuck on this when I wrote it too. Best of all, I use Google Sheets. They're free. I started writing as a child. I have always enjoyed writing as a way of expressing myself and a way of showing what I really feel to people around me. I used to enjoy writing letters to my family, which evolved into writing poetry as a teenager and short stories that never saw the light of day. They probably shouldn't. I started writing several stories before I finally landed on my current work in progress, which I started about a decade ago. Well, that would probably have to be a story that I wrote for a project in kindergarten. I had a book that I no longer have anymore, so I'm not exactly sure what specifically this story was about. I just remember that every kid in class had one and their picture was laminated on a page in a book that we all got to take home together. Likely mine was either about in my first day of school or how the summer went. Well, as a child, I was always an advanced reader. The first book I ever read in the first grade was Alice in Wonderland. I also read the entire Oz series, but I was firmly settled in on my Winnie the Pooh books. Of course, A.A. Milne was one of my first real inspirations as a child to start poetry. As I got older, I got really into Stephen King with his Dark Tower series. My favorite was always The Eyes of the Dragon, but new indie authors such as Jenna Morrissey have inspired me to really keep going with my current work and have inspired me to start this channel in the first place. I have a full-time job, 2 small children, and it's summer vacation. Yay! So I write when I find the time. I can't schedule it out. Even if I could, I don't know if I'd be able to stick to it. So any moment that I have that is free, I dedicate that to writing. I have a nifty iPad and a Bluetooth keyboard. That is how I write. I am most looking forward to getting to know other AuthorTubers in the community, as well as maybe being able to inspire some other authors someday. And that's it. That's all the questions. This has been the AuthorTube Newbie tag, and I will see you next time.